Hey, what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Less than 90 days into the fall. We're deep in a Texas summer. We've only had a couple of days over 100, and I kind of like it that way. Let's start off with the knife, with the knife. This is the Giant Mouse Tribeca. It has the Magna Cut blade steel. It has titanium scales. It has their brass back spacer with the jipping on it for rib for her pleasure, ribbed up here if you want to get up on the knife. Let me say something. This knife has been out for like 2 years now. I finally got my hands on it in late May. I bought this with my own money. I see why everyone's creaming all over this knife. I see why they made it in so different many variations. They made it with micarta. I think all of them are in Magna Cut. Don't quote me on that, but I understand it. Okay. The wire clip is fantastic. The guy that made this, designed this knife, he has since left Giant Mouse. And that's one of the kind of things that drove me to pick this thing up, is to see like how far he helped push this company with his designs. The weight on this is fantastic. Since I've got this, it's been between this and one other knife by Olive Knife Company that's been in my pocket primarily, and it's been really hard to take this out of the pocket. The only thing that would make this just a little bit better would be a little bit of serrated blade, because it has such a huge finger choil. I mean, just such a huge finger choil that when you get up on the knife and you actually put your finger on that jipping back there, you want to use the knife. And I've noticed so far using it this summer, cutting paracord. I was helping my wife and her friends the other day prep a hookah, and it was a bunch of small weird things I had to cut. So partial serrations would have been nice for fibrous materials, but I mean, Magna Cut blade still gets the job done. I just do. So there are times when I do want a little bit of partial serrations. And when you give me a finger choil that big, jipping that like that, it does kind of make me want to have that. You will have to clean up the blade a little bit. You see the drop point blade on here, and it does, with this satin finish on here, you can see it kind of picks up any tape gunk you have on there or anything that you slicing through. It's going to pick all that stuff up. It's going to pick it up very easily. So we're going to be wiping this down more often than not, but it is holding up well when it comes to the titanium scales. I mean, if I would have wiped this blade down before I put this on camera, it would have looked like I've never used this knife. That's just how well it's holding up. And so I like this a lot. I bought this for less than $200, and that made me feel comfortable. I think it retails like $240 or $39 or something like that. I'll link up down below any pricing on any of this stuff. I didn't want to buy it full price because I'm just still trying to get used to titanium scaled knives. I've started dipping my toe in it. When this went on sale for $186, I bought it immediately. I think I bought it from Optics Planet or Borelli.com. I can't remember. But once the price dropped, I picked it up, had it shipped over to me. It kind of made a lot of sense. Now, a lot of people glazed this flashlight. This is the Megaite EOS5 Mark II. I got it in titanium. You can get it in different versions. They have it in aluminum. I think that's it. I think it's an aluminum, copper, or titanium. I'll give you my complaint about this off rip. So this small little light has a good actual strobe mode. So if you push the button here, it actually has a usable strobe. So, and the thing about this strobe, it is getting the full 1500 lumens out of this extremely small flashlight. Like, here's a comparison. This is the Ace Beam. This is one of my favorite little titanium flashlights. This is the Pocket Light AA, but they're almost the same size. The reason that you're getting such good output from the Maker Light is because it is using I think it's using a 14500 battery. And because it's using that, it's able to get more lumens out of this light. It has really good emitters on it. But if this battery runs out, you can put a regular AA battery in here. You just won't get that same high lumen output that you get on with the 14500 battery. It has a recess button instead of that push button like I had on my Ace Beam. The pocket clip's not reversible, but I don't care because I don't really wear hats often because I got locks. Because they decided not to make this a reversible pocket clip, this thing is so effing strong. It doesn't feel like it's moving anywhere. And I'm going to show you the type of clothes I wear during the summer. They're light, they're airy, and a lot of times I need my item to clamp onto my clothing and not move an inch. Super deep carry pocket clip. You see how much deeper in the pocket that anchor light sits in the ace beam. The only complaint I think I had about this was the price. I think I spent $50 on this. I bought this with my own money as well. I know Maker Light offered to send me one, but I really wanted the titanium, and I think they only had like for like review purposes, the aluminium version. So I went ahead and bought this one. It does get hot though. So if I turn this on, this thing does have high, low, medium settings, and then it has strobe. Now strobe is kind of hard to get to. You have to push the button once and then within half a second, push it again. And that's how you get the strobe mode. That's pretty decent. But I will say this, you turn this thing on high and it gets hot very, very quickly. It has a decent looking spot beam on there. Like, look, if you look at that, that's what this beam looks like. And we can compare that to the ace beam. Ace beam has a more of a floody look to it, whereas this one has a good spot flood mixture. I think that's what I like about it also so much. But I think maybe if I had the aluminium version, it wouldn't get as hot anywhere near as fast as this one. But speaking of hot, we got to talk about today's video sponsor, which is Ver and their R1 USA Rally chronograph. This one is in a mecha quartz movement and it's USA assembled. This gives me all the summertime feel with this cream color on there, which in the right light, it almost looks white, but it is definitely cream. You still get the 2 watch straps. You get the waterproof strap, and you can choose something like a nylon strap or something like this. So you get the 2 straps. I've upgraded to the tropical waterproof strap, but they all look fantastic. Of course, because it's a chrono, you push this button right here. It starts the little actual stopwatch there. You push that to stop it, and you push it again to reset it. So very functional chronograph. So you can quickly do a stop if you're trying to time a foot race between a couple of kids, which I'll be doing in a couple of days because it's almost the 4th of July. Then we're gonna see who's the fastest out here. Of course, that has the 24-hour clock. That has the time lapse for the actual stopwatch as you use it up to 1 hour. And then that has the second hand at the bottom. Reset that by pushing that button. So gets the job done. I'm a big fan of this watch overall. What I like about this is the weightiness of it. I've said before, I'm a big fan of watches that are between 36 and 40 millimeters. This one is one of those ones where it is on the higher side, but I think it looks pretty effing good on my wrist. Not trying to say that, you know, a lot of people have different opinions about that. I like the micro brand that Ver is. I love the warranty that they're giving you. I love that they're using high-end material, sapphire crystal glass. I mean, look at that. I think it looks pretty decent on my wrist, and I probably could tie it down a little bit more. But it is a definite talker. It looks good at a barbecue, looks good in every outfit that I wear. Only time I really take this thing off is when I'm going to be sleeping at night because I put on a smartwatch for sleep tracking, and when I'm cutting the grass because I use a smartwatch to track and see how many steps I took. Other than that, a Ver watch is on my wrist, and I'm a big fan of them overall. You will not be disappointed with going with a Ver instead of going with a smartwatch. I'm going to be on this campaign until I get everybody in the comments on these videos. It tells me I gave up a smartwatch X, and I thank you so much. Use the link down below for the best pricing on this watch. I think you're going to enjoy it quite a bit. And shout out to Ver for sponsoring today's video. Now, I like to keep it light. It's summertime. Less than 90 days to fall, like I said at the beginning of the video. So for my carry pistol, it normally has to be something subcompact or just super small, smaller than a subcompact if need be. That brings me back into the M&P series by Smith & Wesson. This is the Bodyguard V1. I really would like the V2, but I don't need the V2. The iron sights on the V1 are really good. Like, of course, I wouldn't mind running optics, but I just think this weapon is so small. I think it would look a little ridiculous with optics. I think it would look a little ridiculous with a light, but maybe my mind could be changed. I do kind of wish I had the laser that some of these came out with. I know you can make some adjustments and get that done, but this thing works really well. So 380, it's gonna come in, you're gonna get 6+1 for the actual weapon itself. I do not carry an extra mag because of the way that I'm running this directly on my body. I'm normally wearing like some airy type of, you know, shorts or some linen pants or something with a drawstring. And so this holster by Hidden Hybrid Holster has this suede on the back, which is great for my dad bod. I normally end up carrying this at the 4 o'clock on my body, or I will carry it at the 1 o'clock. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day. And so this thing just gets in there. It stays in place. I have another one of their holsters that has a claw. This one doesn't really need it because this weapon is so lightweight. It doesn't really print. It doesn't move anywhere. I like the way it is. I love the fact that this holster covers the entire trigger guard. Everything's covered. Feels really safe. So my carry for the most part, right pocket is the knife. Also in the right pocket normally is a Zippo. It's the summer and there's a lot of summertime vibes, a lot of good love that's going around. And a lot of times my front right pocket has a Zippo and a knife. The cigar cutter's not in my pocket. It's normally in a pouch or whatever, but we do smoke cigars. We enjoy ourselves. We're barbecuing. We're chilling out. And so I do have a brass Zippo. Now, a lot of people have asked me before, this is an actual butane insert. I'm not using Zippo fuel because I do smoke sticks and Zippo fuel is horrible for cigars. It ruins the taste. So I'll link that up down below if that's your type of vibe. This cigar cutter is not directly a part of my EDC. Benchmade has discontinued making cigar cutters. Benchmade, you should start this back up because these things are great. Maybe you don't have the moldings or on the production line, it throws off your production line, but do another run of these. Make like another 500. Those will sell like hotcakes. The last thing that's on my body, left pocket, is the flashlight. Also in the left pocket is my wallet. The wallet has to be lightweight. I almost went back to a Dango wallet or something like that, and I went away from it, and I went back to the Proof. Listen, guys, Proof wallet has grown on me so much. They reached out to me probably 6 months ago. The only issue I've had is just that little bit of threading. You might be able to see it there. And I probably could snip that and burn it, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to see how bad it gets because I carry this thing all the time. It's starting to get really good patina. They've come out with different versions on it. I liked it so much that I've changed the furniture or the fasteners on there. You can buy extra different bolts on their website and change the way they look. I got gold. These came originally with black. I got mine laser engraved with my name on it. It has aluminum on this side. This side has the full grain leather with a built-in strap for either your money or for business cards. It definitely can hold a ton of cards. It says it can hold up to 20 cards. I keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now I have about 9 cards in here. But if I need to stuff more cards in here, I happily do it. I have no issues with sticking more cards in here, sticking money on the front. It just works really, really well because you can come here, you know exactly how much you got on you. You slip it in there and you're kind of good to go. So big fan of the Proof wallet. This is an honorable mention. This does not go in my pocket every day, but this tends to be under my armpit a lot. I know that sounds weird, but as soon as my day starts, I journal my bigger journal and then I walk around with this. A lot of times it's just here as I walk around my house. Sometimes like I'm wearing cargo shorts, I'll stick this in my cargo shorts. This is not an everyday thing that's in my pocket, but this is on my person every single day. This is the Mini Field Journal by Lockbee. I didn't think I would like it so much, but I really do like it. The zippered version was cool, but I like that they've added a loop to actually hold your pen on the side. And I have the pen by Wingback. This is a very expensive pen, a really good writing pen, but I don't want to lose it. So it does have an area in the back for you to put a pocket in the back if you want to put some back there. I normally, if someone gives me an additional business card, instead of putting it in my wallet, I normally will stick it in here. So this can hold up to 4 field size journals, the A5 size journals. I have mine outfitted with 2 right now. The front notebook is work notes. So if I'm on meetings at my job, then I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want to show any proprietary information. But if I'm in meetings at my job, I will take notes, and it has its own bookmark built into the field journal. And it's held in by these elastic bands. I could put another one here if I want to, but I don't really want to junk it up. And then the next one, I have a Lockbee branded journal. This one here is more personal notes, YouTube notes that my wife tells me to do. This one also has its own little bookmark in here. And in their paper is dotted paper, which I like to write on. So I like how organized that is. Over here, this is where I keep additional MarineX business cards. So if I'm going to someone's business or whatever and I'm filming there or whatever, I'll give them a business card. This is where I keep additional cards that I don't want in my wallet. So like my Costco cards, my insurance cards, stuff that just doesn't really need in my wallet, but it needs to be nearby. So back here, it's another slip pocket, but I keep it empty because in the front of this, I do have a small little book reader. And the thing about this, it does have 3 different light colors, and you can dim the light. But what I like about it is once I set this bad boy up, I can actually write in different scenarios. And this lets me write in dark if I'm writing in bed or if I'm writing in the living room and everyone's watching a movie and I'm not really interested in a movie, but I want to sit with my family. I'll turn this little light on and just kind of lets me still be able to write, take some notes. So I'm a big fan of this. So I like this light. And so I have the pen over here, and then over here I have a Sharpie, which I will use to check off some of my notes inside my work part, where I'll check those off and I'll kind of just roll with that. But this mini field journal is really, I really like this thing. It's not really a part of my EDC as in what goes on my body. It's more of what goes in my bag. Now, this is the end of the on-body EDC. I will do some videos to talk about how my carry EDC for my bags has changed dramatically, because we are now carrying the brown buffalo. This is the concealed tote. Oh my God. I like this bag. I'll tell you what I like about it in a future video, because there's so much. I mean, everything from being able to quickly access my pepper gel, to being able to quickly access a larger weapon, high vis interior. This thing is fantastic. We'll talk about that. But this is a full backpacks. This is what I'll take to coffee shops, which is the summertime. I'm always jumping on an e-bike, going to a coffee shop or whatever. Or if it's just me and the fam and I don't want to put all this stuff in my pocket, or it's the shorts that I'm wearing don't permit me to put the stuff in my pocket, I do end up carrying, this is, I don't think this is the man bag, damn it, by Nutsack. I think this might be the 11-inch satchel, but I like this because I can add kid snacks in here. I can still add all my EDC in here, plus an 11-inch iPad to keep my kids busy. So this is always ready to throw a diaper in, wipes, and my EDC if my EDC becomes too bulky for my shorts, because it is the summertime. So I'll talk about those in a later video and how I deck that stuff out. But comment down below, what is your EDC switch up for the summer? Do you keep it the same? Is it lightweight? I would love to know what your comments down below. Let me know what your favorite item was from this list, and we can get down in the comments. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.